guys, it's me, Ruowen Huang. Before I begin, let me first introduce myself. My name is Ruowen Huang. I'm an author, spirit coach, and also a psychic. Today I want to answer a question. A while back, someone asked me, can ghosts create physical harm? They have a question. They went to a so-called haunted house or some place like that, I think. And then they were saying, like, the house was haunted. They are not supposed to be, based on my theory, they are not supposed to be hurt by ghosts, etc. But how come they realized later on they actually got physical harm, like maybe bruise here or the cut here, or etc. So I'm gonna answer that question. For many of you will wonder, ghosts in normal circumstances, they should not be able to physically harm you. But in rare occasion, it seems like they could actually harm you. And then you would like to know how that works. In order for something to impact you, one's vibration or energy had to be stronger than yours. In normal circumstances, ghosts without a physical form would not have stronger energy or stronger impact on anything that actually have a solid form. So you do have to keep that in mind. That's also why you will see ghosts will often come to you, ask for believer or demon or any bad spirit that you're saying. Just put yourself outside the situation and wondering why all those spirits throughout the decades, throughout the centuries, always want to ally with a human or try to convince you or try to accumulate believer, because human belief itself is a very strong vibration. So understand, anything in order to impact a human, you have to have some kind of human thought or contribute to it. So therefore able to impact the human. So of course, not all the ghosts is going to be able to harm you, but as I say, majority of it, in normal circumstances, it should not be a problem. But that doesn't mean it will never be a problem, because I did say in the early stage, not all ghosts are ghosts. Some ghosts are actually created, projected, or accumulated by human thought. In that regard, like, people constantly believe that's a ghost house. People constantly believing the ghosts living there have powerful power to hurt you. If that particularly existence constantly or continuously being contributed human thought or belief, it could become an actual vibration that will impact you. So I'm gonna summarize. It's not gonna cover all circumstances, but you're gonna cover majority of circumstances. Throughout the years when I observed, I myself got hurt so many times. Understand, I'm the child who sees ghosts all the time. When I lived through like period of time, I did not believe that I have the power to impact them. I often deal with a lot of physical harm. So which is the question that you guys ask. I will have bruises here and there. I will have, pain that I could not explain where it come from. Until you train your vibration, until you train your existence become very solid and powerful, it comes from a lot of your belief. Once you start to become the person who believe in yourself and believe you can do things and etc., you're unlikely able to compete with the energy you don't know how it's formed and contribute. So throughout the past experience, I can categorize into two major ghosts who is able to create physical harm for you. It falls into two categories. The first category is that particular ghost is not really a ghost, like a conscious existence. It was actually contributed by human thought through years, through time. Human constantly giving it thought, therefore is formed by a belief. That belief, because it's very close to human vibe, therefore is able to create some kind of impact on you. In that particular circumstances, usually if your vibration, your self vibration is stronger than them, unlikely they're able to harm you. But unfortunately, because those kind of existence got a long accumulations of fear and belief, so usually when you get close to this kind of environment, you will notice a difference. You will sense of the fear of unknown. All of a sudden you feel chilly, all of a sudden you feel creepy, all of a sudden you feel cold, all of a sudden you are scared, and you don't know where that sense come from. So by not only their being is being accumulated by human belief and thought, at that particular moment, if you too are believe in their existence and therefore create fear, your fear then give that particular existence a tool to harm you. Your fear give them a tool or a weapon to harm you back. So it depending on how much fear you contribute in that particular incident, you will most likely experience harm. So based on my theory, I know many of you would ask, so if I'm not fear, and when I say not fear, I mean from deep down, not just because you say so. Yes, it will reduce. You will start to realize how the situation or circumstances reduce because you truly know there's nothing you can do about me, right? So that true belief, without contribute the fear into it, you will then be able to eliminate, not in all circumstances because they are existent that being accumulated for years or century. I mean, that is totally different story, but that circumstance is very rare. I'm saying in majority of circumstances, by not contribute your own fear, that existent unlikely able to have any weapon to hurt you. That is category 1. When you are in circumstances that you actually find a physical harm by any ghost, evaluate yourself and check on yourself and see if you are the contributor to the fear too, because your fear would determine how much harm you are able to get. That's one category. Second category, which is, believe it or not, a big percentage, is coming from your past life memory. So whatever fear that is, it might have nothing relate to your this life. You cannot recollect what's going on, like why would I have such kind of fear? But somehow the emotion or sense triggers some part of your previous life memory. Therefore, your physical will recall the same muscle memory. If in that particular sense or can be circumstances, can be environment, can be, somehow it triggered the event that you feel helpless, hopeless in the actual life, that particular experience mirror whatever you had gone through in the past life, and then maybe in that particular past life you had encountered some kind of physical harm. I know it doesn't make sense for you guys, but somehow your soul recall that memory, therefore mirror the same pain or same bruise on your body. So anyway, what I'm here to say is, the bottom line is, in the majority is a big percentage, it's not small percentage, in majority of the ghosts, and then the percentage would be up to 85% to 90%. They are not able to harm you due to lack of physical form. Any soul have a physical form, create different vibration that will actually make the impact of the real human being. So I'm talking about 90% of the time the ghosts are unable to harm you. There are very few percentage, that which is 10% of the time, they may be able to harm you, fall under two categories. One is that particular ghost is formed by human thought or human fear or human projection, and therefore constantly got feeding human energy into it. Therefore, their existence or vibration is very similar to almost actual human being. So therefore, when they vibrate and when they have that intention to hurt you, you will feel hurt in some regard. fall into the second category is somehow the fear that you experience or the circumstances you experience mirror what you have gone through in the previous life. Therefore, your soul call out the muscle memory, and then your body will also feel the pain like you felt at that particular moment. So anyway, of course, there are also exceptions. But in this particular episode, I'm not talking about other exceptions. Again, hope that clear you guys' mind. So if you got into that situation that you really couldn't figure out why, here's your reference. Again, if you like what I'm doing, you can always join me live on Facebook or go to subscribe my YouTube channel or my website at ruowen.com. Till then, next time. Bye.